think we're about ready to rock. This looked okay.
Yes.
I think that looked okay too. Did you check it out?
No.
Okay, you're assuming. You're assuming it looks good?
Yep.
Okay. The ring isn't on. We got great lighting here, so I think we're gonna be okay. Okay, you ready to go? All right. Here we go. Podcast number 2. Podcast number 2 with the old Elliot podcast. Good evening.
Good evening.
We got right now we have on my eldest cousin. Yeah, my eldest cousin on the Gentile side. We have Mrs. Samantha Ryan with us. Yep, here she is back from college. Big girl flew the nest. Mm-hmm. Now she's back for the weekend.
Yes.
So welcome. How are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah, we just got a good workout in.
Yep.
Samantha and I, and then our brother Jake. And then just crushed some pasta and meatballs and
some protein pasta.
Yeah, the classic Italian meal, which is great. And then we also tested some of her trifle, which was delicious. So,
yep.
Mm-hmm. Definitely gained a couple pounds. Come home, but that's not a bad. Samantha, what's going on? How's everything? How's school? How's softball? Give us the lowdown.
School's good. Busy. Learning how to go from I wasn't a studier in high school, so because it kind of came easier, but now I'm in college, learning to study again, learning how to manage my time because I feel like I have a lot of time in college that I think I have so much time, but then I come down to an assignment's due tomorrow because I thought I had a lot of time, but learning to structure my time. Softball's good, takes up a lot of the extra time that I have. Yeah.
Yeah. So what does a typical day look like for you?
I have lift. I have conditioning 6 to 7, lift 7 to 8. Usually class at 8, class at 11, class at 1. Then usually practice around 2. Then go eat some dinner, do some homework, go to bed.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Solid day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you getting along with your teammates? Are they pretty welcoming to the freshmen, or is there kind of you got to kind of break through this barrier of now I'm a college athlete. I used to be the captain. Now I'm coming to this new team. Mm-hmm. Has that been interesting or challenging?
It's definitely weird being the youngest one again because I feel like I was the oldest for a while, but there's only 21 people on my team and 10 of us are freshmen. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So a lot of us are new, but we all bond together. Not our grades don't really matter. So it's been pretty good. It's not really. I thought it was going to be a huge jump from high school to college, but it's really not, sports wise.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And how is St. A's? How's the school itself? How's the area around it? You liking it?
Well, Manchester is kind of shady, but there's some nice parts. But we have a lot around us, so there's a lot of places to eat or a lot of places to go if we want to get off campus. The school's small, but that's what I wanted. It's just a lot of hills. It's called the Hilltop, so a lot of hills, but it's good. Get my steps in.
Get your steps in. Good. Yeah, we used to call it Manch Vegas back in the day. Did you still call it that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating myself a little, but that's good.
Yeah.
I still keep that true. Tried and true. Awesome. Are you going out with softball girls now? Are you
Yeah, all my friends are on the softball team.
Or are you just keeping it pretty sane?
All my friends go out, but I just do homework. I don't go out with them.
Yeah, that sounds right up your alley. You've always kind of been locked in, responsible.
Yeah.
Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. In high school, I never went to parties either. I kind of just hung out with my friends, and I feel a lot of my friends were drinking in high school and stuff, and I just never did. I don't enjoy doing it anyway, so I don't know. I don't mind.
That's interesting. Yeah, so you never really got the bug, which
no,
is not a bad thing. I'm kind of jealous.
I've only been out twice. Went to formal, and I went out the first day.
You have to go on the first day.
Yeah.
At least see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because your folks are kind of, I wouldn't say they're opposites. Auntie Rose, your mom,
mm-hmm.
She likes to party. a little bit different. Dad also likes to party in a different way. The party comes at the time, but just in different ways.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you didn't go down that path. And maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reason.
I also like to go to bed early, like my mom. So
yeah,
yeah.
I don't blame you. I'm falling into that.
Yeah.
Now that I've been around.
Not so much Jake, but me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Cool. So I sent out some questions. Hopefully you got them. You had some time to digest. I know you have plenty of other homework to do. But one of the, I think, first questions was about softball, right? Because that has been kind of like the forefront of your life for the past probably at least 8 years.
Yeah.
You've played your whole life, but the past, middle school, high school, playing on travel teams. How did you initially get into softball, vice other sports that you played?
Well, when I was younger, middle school, playing like travel basketball too, I never really knew which one I liked more. I like basketball season, I like basketball more. Softball season, I like softball more. But as I got older through middle school, I started doing like pitching lessons and hitting lessons, and I did a few lessons for basketball, but never like a lot. So I don't know. I think just like being more involved with softball than I was with basketball helps, but the conditioning in basketball definitely didn't help because I don't like it. But
touching the lines over
yeah.
and over again.
I also was like growing up, I got a lot of recognition for softball, whereas basketball I didn't really get a lot more. So it like pushed me to work a lot harder in softball, get better, like get more on top. Than basketball was kind of just like, yeah, I'll go to basketball, but then I'm gonna go to softball after. So
yeah, it was kind of like a filler sport. As you got more successful with softball.
Yeah,
that's awesome that you found what you liked, you kept going with it, and you built on it, and you got to a point where you're being recognized across the state for your accomplishments. So I didn't write it down here, but I know you have like probably a small mountain of accolades you got from softball. What have you been recognized? It's weird to toot your own horn, right? But what in high school before going to college level, what did you get as like accolades or recognitions and things like that?
Basketball, I got like second team all conference 1 year, first team all conference 1 year, but that's really it. I didn't have a freshman year for softball because of COVID, but sophomore year I was MVC player of the year, and then I got first team all conference, Boston Gold All Scholastic, Boston Herald All Scholastic. My second year I got Boston Gold All Scholastic, Boston Herald All Scholastic, and first team. And then senior year I got MVC player of the year, Boston Globe All Scholastic, Boston Herald All Scholastic, and first team all conference, and then state championship junior year and senior year, but we didn't win. But and then I got like team MVP, team Silver Slugger, all 3 years.
All 3 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
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 that's crazy. Yeah, I'm tired hearing it. That's a lot of accolades, and it's good for you because it's a testament to the hard work you put in. Not during the season, right? Because like everyone shows up during the season, puts in hard work. It's the other 8 months or whatever, right? Where it really counts. Yeah. So kudos to you for doing that, and then also maintaining great grades. Yeah. What did you end up graduating high school with?
I graduated with a 4.1 GPA.
Great. And did you take the ACT and the SAT?
I took the SAT.
The SAT. Okay. And I think the scores have changed on that like 10 times.
I didn't even need it for college.
No.
So because of COVID, we didn't need it, but I put it in for nursing just in case it helped, but I didn't really need it.
I'm sure you have plenty of other accolades.
Yeah.
Put your application up there without the SAT needed. So that's great. Do you feel amount of pressure because of how high of a performer you are? And if so, is it a positive? Is it a negative?
Well, for high school, I knew that like some of the girls were playing for their first year, like their junior year. Some of the girls are playing just for fun, like they've been playing their whole life, but they never actually took it that seriously. But as I've been playing like for 10 years, when like we came to high school, I was kind of like putting myself to a higher standard, like not showing it, not be like, oh, I've been playing softball longer than you, but more just like expecting more for myself to stand out over other people and knowing like how much work I've put in. So like if I had a bad game, I'd be like, wow, like I really need to step it up like next game. But for club, everyone's like, I've put in really good club teams, so everyone's usually really good. Like one of my friends went to Stanford this year to play softball. A lot of people playing in a lot of different divisions, so it was more just keeping up with like those girls and like putting myself to their standard and like just trying to compete with everyone because I knew everyone was around the same skill level. But or like around town when people are like, oh, like you're Sam, I'm like, yeah, like how do you know who I am? They're like, you're Sam Ryan, the softball player. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what to expect, but I'm like, yep, that's yeah,
Up to you that you've never met before.
yeah.
Like, oh, Sam Ryan.
My cousin Emma came up to me at Thanksgiving yesterday. She's like, my friend said you're her idol. I was like, who's your friend? Like, why?
That's
She's like,
cool, huh?
from softball and basketball. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
You get to be somebody's idol.
I was like, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So I guess there's an element of like, you are who you surround yourself with, right? If you weren't on that good club team,
Yeah,
you probably would not have got to the level you are today. So
yeah,
it's an important thing to note.
yeah.
And then on the academic side, how do you usually find a good balance between, or do you not have a good balance and you're still trying to find that out between not only sports, grades, free time, but then these other accolades you have as well, because you went down to Florida, right? This past, was it the summer? Or
We went to Myrtle Beach 2 summers ago, and then this summer we went to in Colorado. And then this year we just went to like Jersey and stuff. But
no, sorry, not for softball, but you went for, what did you go down for this before you graduated?
we went to Aruba.
Aruba, no, but you competed in something. What was, I can't debate, it wasn't debate, it was,
DECA?
DECA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we were in Orlando.
DECA, doing a competition down there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Can you talk to that a little bit?
Yeah.
Explain what DECA is and how you got into it.
So my sophomore year of high school, a lot of my friends like were in DECA and I didn't really know what it was. So I was like, oh, that's cool. We do like an annual fashion show for a girl in our school that like passed away of cancer a couple of years ago, but I didn't like know who she was. I was like, oh, my friends are walking in a fashion show. So junior year, I did a role play, which is like you sit in front of a judge, they give you a scenario and you solve it basically based on your category. So I was marketing management. I had to figure out how like a guy building a deck had to like get the supplies he needed with like low demand or something. I don't really know. That wasn't my cup of tea. But then senior year, one of my best friends asked if I wanted to like run the fashion show. So I ran it with her. I walked in at junior year.
Footsteps.
So I walked in at junior year. Again, like I wasn't like fully aware of the cause or what they did it for, but senior year, I was vice president with Emma, and then we had a president who also ran the show with us. 4 of us ran the show. It was called like the Megan McCarthy Fashion Show. We raised money, like raised awareness of Megan. I rewrote like a 20-page research paper on how to raise awareness of her cause and like the fashion show. We raised $20,000 for her. And then, so we had to compete in districts, which is at UMass Lowell. We won our category there. So then we went to states, which is at the Heinz Convention Center.
When you say you won,
yeah,
how do you compete or win?
So our district, so it's like every school in our district.
Right.
You have to come top 5 in your district. And then there's like first place through 5th place. So we got first in districts.
Is that based on the essay and the fundraising, or is it like?
So we have the 20-page paper, and then we have to present it. So we had like a board, and we had to like present it off the board, like not looking at it, or like pointing to the stuff that we wrote in front of a judge.
Gotcha. Just
us 2, and then like, so you had to come top 5. So we came first in that. Then we went to states in Boston, which is like states, all the different states. And we came second in our category there. But like in between, we like revise our paper. They give us feedback. Second there, and then we went to nationals, which was in Orlando. practiced more, and then we came top 10 in the nation. So we presented again, and I think we ended up like 8th, but yeah, that's how that ended
in
up.
the nation.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep. Yeah, but that was fun. It was different.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially
I hadn't even heard of DECA really before that. I mean, I've heard about whispers of it when I was, in high school or whatever.
Yeah. Especially because I'm not like, I don't know about business before that. Like, I'm a nursing major, not a business major. So.
Right. And is that were questions kind of business related that you guys would answer? Or is it just a
presentation? So it was like, the judge would be like, so what did you do to, like, advocate for the show? Like, how did you get people to come? What did you do to, like, build demand? Like, why do people want to be there? Like, how did you design the shirts that you made? Like, how did you sell them? What price did you sell them for? Why? That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Oh, hi, Wally. Wally wants to be on too. Good to see you, bud. No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then that was that in the summer or was that right before you graduated?
That was like right before we graduated. It was like April.
Did that, graduated, had the whole summer here, and then you were off.
Yes.
Off to St. Ace. Yeah. And you were playing up there. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Getting some playtime and starting some games. And so how has college softball been different than high school as far as actually playing the game?
I wasn't expecting to necessarily play when I came in. There's 4 pitchers. There's a senior, a junior, and 2 freshmen. When I got recruited, she was kind of like, we're going to work on some things. Like, you're definitely, like, good. Like, you're going to play, but got to work on some things, like, tune up, like, get you ready for college. So I wasn't expecting to play much in the fall because we didn't really have much practice before that. Just moved in and had to start playing games, but I did that. It's just a lot higher level of competition. Like, everyone's good. You're not going to, like, pitch to someone and be like, oh, like, I can just throw them fastballs because they're not going to hit it.
Right.
Like, everyone's going to hit stuff. More just, like, not just being able to throw it to certain spots everywhere, like, having to hit it accurately or someone's going to hit a home run. Yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot.
So what traditionally happens is you go from this high level of high school to college, and then you, like, get exponentially better.
Yeah.
Than you even were before. I
feel
like you've upped your game since then quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, in high school, I pitched in games, I pitched in practice, but, like, no one was watching me. No one was, like, critiquing me, telling me, like, what I was doing wrong. College, we pitched basically, like, 6 times a week, and my coach is there, like, do this, do that. Like, you need to do this, throw harder, like, spin the ball better. I don't know. So it's just a lot different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was definitely really sore at first.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I'm sure in high school everyone was just happy to have you throwing the ball.
Yeah.
There's probably very little refinements they were making. They probably couldn't. It's probably challenging from a coaching perspective to coach someone like you who has this experience on these travel teams who are at a high level, and then you come to the local town team and they're like, well, she's pitching better than anyone I've ever
Well, my club coach was my assistant high school coach.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. But he's not a pitching coach, so.
Right. You can only do what you can with what you got. So, interesting.
Yeah.
Good. Do you see yourself continuing to play softball? Do you have any aspirations for softball in the future?
Like after college?
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
I definitely want to. Well, I give pitching lessons over the summer to, like, younger kids, and I really like doing that. So I'll probably just, like, coach after, and maybe play some, like, old person softball or something.
Old person softball. That wouldn't be fair if you played old person softball.
I don't think I could hit it.
I'm thinking, like, slow pitch, bunch of people out there hanging out, and you'd be slinging them down the middle or launching them in outer space. So I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your mom sent me. It was like, I think it was your senior banquet, and it had, like, all the records for the school.
Yeah.
I think your name was, like, at the top of every single one.
Yeah, most of them.
You broke every record in school and left.
Yeah.
That. See you later.
I'm going to go back and help my coach this year, though. So.
The high school coach for winter break?
Or like when I come back, because the season starts in March. I get out in May, so I'll help go back.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, help them out. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you you get a lot of spotlight, I guess I'll say, for softball. Is there things you like to do that people don't really recognize or know besides study and throw balls fast?
I take a lot of naps.
Professional napper, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Hanging out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Good. I didn't
Yeah.
know if you were like a like a painter, or you had some like crazy skill that you weren't telling everybody else, like you play the harmonica.
No. I can juggle.
That's pretty good. Once.
3. That's
okay,
it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Where did you get your name, by the way? Do you know? I know it's kind of a random question.
They were gonna name me Rhea. My dad didn't like it, or my grandmother on my mom's dad's side didn't like it. I don't know. I think my dad picked my name. No, my grandmother on my mom's dad's side picked my name. I don't know. But I was gonna be Rhea Rose Ryan.
Rhea Rose Ryan?
But
that's not bad. That's kind of a nice name.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
My mom was like Rhea Sunshine, that's why. Yeah.
Rhea Sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when in doubt in our family, Sam.
Just
throw Sam.
go to Sam.
And it'll stick. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably where it came from.
Yeah.
Too is another Sam in the fam. As they do. You get the dogs running around.
The only girl Sam.
I know. It's nice to have a Sam though. Another Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So high school is done. You're at St. A's. What would you say? How did your mom and dad? I guess I'll separate the question. How would you say your mom influenced you growing up, and does she still influence you? And how does that work?
I think just like seeing how hardworking my mom is, and like how everyone's always like, it's kind of similar to what we were talking about softball. Everyone's like, I know Rose Ryan. Like, I know who Rose Ryan is. Like, she's known everywhere around town, or I don't know. She's always been like determined, wanting to help people. So it kind of just influenced me to like not get somewhere, but like work hard, try to be like the best person I could be. She's always someone like, if me and Jake are having trouble, she'll be like, it's okay, just like treat everyone with kindness, like smile. And I'm like, okay, mom, like that's cringy, but okay.
It's a little, I guess you could say cliche, but it's cliche because it's true.
Yeah, but like
easy.
Growing up, I'd be like, yeah, okay, like I'm not gonna do that. But like now that I'm older, I like understand. I'm like, well, yeah, if someone says something and you just smile, they're gonna be like, well, what the hell? Like, yeah. But yeah, and yeah, I don't know. She's probably like my role model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably.
Yeah, she's someone to look up to, definitely.
For sure. Just like you're the role model for random kids you've never met.
Yeah.
Even though you're only 18. You're definitely a good role model for yourself, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can see a lot of you in her, or a lot of her in you, rather.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though I don't see how we look alike, but.
I don't see the looks. No, you guys don't look alike, but I can see the personality and some traits.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, how Jake is my dad, but he's also my mom. I'm my dad, I'm also my mom, but in that way, I'm my mom.
Yeah, so on the flip side of the coin, your dad, I met him when I was like 9, maybe. I don't know. Let's call it 9.
Sure.
Right into the family. Uncle Billy now.
Sure.
And I feel like he's been a part of the family since, as long as I can remember. He's as much a part of the family as anybody else.
Yeah.
Growing up, mom and dad, how do you think dad has kind of shaped where you are today and how you're going to be the young lady you are?
Dad was definitely like, he's like a good role model too, but he's like on the sports side, definitely more has like pushed me. Like, you need to do this to get better. You need to do this. Like, if I had a bad game, he'd be like, well, fix it or else you're not going to get better. I'm like, okay, I will. Or he's like, you have a pitching lesson booked this week? And I'm like, nope. He's like, why? Like, why don't you have them booked? Like, you're not going to get any better. I'm like, I know. He's like, we'll do it now. I'm like, okay. You have a hitting lesson this week? I'm like, no. He's like, all right, we'll text him right now. I'm like, okay. But he's definitely pushed me in that way, like, made me want to get better, made me realize, like, if I don't put work in, I'm not going to go anywhere. So I've definitely done a lot of the things that I have done to get where I am because of him. So
That's good.
Yeah.
A good solid backstop to check you
yeah,
when you need to be checked.
yeah. I always know if I have a bad game, I don't want to go home with my dad.
Because you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
And that's good to have. It's
Yeah.
as bad as it is in the moment. Probably,
Yeah.
looking back, it's probably a good thing to have.
Yeah.
You guys all seem pretty close, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with Nani earlier, one of the things her thing that she's most proud of is her family. It's her kids and her grandkids.
Mhm.
She just wanted to reiterate how important it is. And you guys, the Ryans in general, seem pretty close. Do you feel like there's a lot of love in your family and you guys are close and you can count each other for anything?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I can go to like any of them and they'll help me with whatever. Doesn't matter what it is.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Jake? You guys pretty close growing up? I know you guys probably had, it's brother and sister, so there's definitely something that's being thrown. But
I mean, growing up, we definitely we always fought. We were never, come here. We were never not fighting. Like, people wouldn't even want to go in the car with us because we were so bad. But now that we're, when I was younger, I wouldn't tell him half the things I'd tell him now. So, but now we're more just, friends. He can tell me whatever, I can tell him whatever. We bicker, but we don't argue like we used to. And, well, when I left for college, he's called me, every single day. So I guess he missed me, but he won't admit it.
Well, that's good. It's just
Yeah.
I'm sure he misses you in the house when it's just him.
Yeah.
And your folks.
Yeah.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
So it was probably nice to have that other person in there. So
yeah.
That's good. Poor guy. What's something you admire about Jake, and what's one thing that he does that just drives you crazy?
We always said he could be a comedian.
Yeah.
I still think he could be. Sometimes he doesn't even mean to be funny. He's just funny. I don't know. I don't know. Something that annoys me. He never stops talking. Sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes I'm like, Jake, I want to go to bed. Just leave.
Yeah, he likes to talk, which is good.
Yeah.
It's a good skill to have.
Unless you're arguing with him, you don't want to argue with him.
No.
He's always going to win. Even if he's not right, he's just going to win.
You're going to out-talk you.
Yeah.
Say, okay, forget it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah, it's interesting. We're in this kind of weird season of change for the family where we're young, we're growing up. There's the oldest, the youngest, and now the youngest is old.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Sam's
he's not Baby Sam anymore.
He's playing football and his armpit hair and stuff.
The deep voice.
He's gonna start, bringing in the paycheck soon.
Yeah.
Holidays have changed a little bit, where now we're kind of over here, or we're spread out all over the place, right? So it's just been a kind of a shift.
Yeah.
To where we're all kind of spread out now. Growing up, what were some of your distinct memories you have of the family and things you used to do, or still do, that you cherish, or maybe when you become a mom, things you have your own family, things that you'd want to implement?
I definitely my favorite thing ever has definitely been Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve best.
I know it's here now and it's a little different, but I loved going to your house on Christmas Eve. I don't know, it was so fun. It's not just our family, it's extended family. I don't know, really fun. Really good memories from that. I don't know. I like when we just get together, birthdays, holidays. It's always funny, a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
I just remember Christmas Eve we would track Santa when we were younger and we would go crazy.
Yeah. The Santa track pulled out.
Yeah. Or Thanksgiving, Big Sam. I don't know. We would always have sleepovers after Thanksgiving growing up. When we would come there after, or maybe it wasn't Thanksgiving. I don't know when it was, but
it might have been.
Just we would make presentations this is why we should have a sleepover tonight.
Yeah. That was always the thing, trying to convince mom and auntie, hey.
Mm-hmm. But I'd say when I'm older, just keeping my kids close to their cousins, I guess. Second cousins too, the Coakleys, Theo. I don't know. I like how we can talk to them too. They're not oh, they're my cousins, but I don't feel like I could talk to them. I don't know.
Yeah, it is nice to be close and on the opposite side of the spectrum, like us with the Elliot side and that side, we're like pretty distant with Mo.
Yeah.
You have like Emily and Olivia who you've met.
Yeah.
But besides that, for the most part, it's like.
Yeah, we went to my dad's cousin's house the other night, but I was like, I haven't talked to my cousin in like 9 years. She's my age too. She's playing volleyball at Union, but
oh wow,
I was like, I don't know. I've never talked to her. Like, I've talked to her when I was younger, but
who is that?
it's the McCarrons. I don't know if you know them, but
I think I do.
yeah, my dad was like, this is my cousin something. This is my other cousin. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna remember probably, but like on our side, I feel like I know everyone. Like we're all close still. Auntie Sarah, yeah.
Yeah. I have to see them soon too. I owe them a good visit. I owe them a visit. I owe Uncle Donnie a visit.
Yeah.
Those cousins.
Yeah, them too. Yeah.
Yeah, because they get a bunch of kids too. All the kids.
Yeah, I babysat them a little bit, but they're sassy.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those little guys.
Yeah.
I mean, now that they're turning into real people.
I know.
Now they start creating memories, so we have to get over there and say hi. But yeah, so yeah, I think I agree. I don't know if someone's gonna have to take it. It's gonna be either you guys or us. It might be me. I'll take it. I don't care. I don't have a house yet and kids and stuff, but I'll take on the Christmas Eve mantle.
Yeah.
To step up and have that, because that was so much fun.
Yeah.
You guys would put on like plays.
Yeah.
The girls would at least. And they'd be like,
make dances.
Yeah, come watch our dance. And
yeah.
Like, okay, guys.
The matching pajamas.
Yeah. Just eating so much food.
Papa's homemade fusilli.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanksgiving, you have 2 dinners.
Yep.
Yeah, you have pasta and meatballs and sausages, and then you have
turkey.
Actual thing. Yeah, you eat once at 1, you eat once at like 4.
Yep.
And then you just go comatose for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to continue that for sure. It'll be our job to kind of pick up the mantle as our folks get a little bit older.
Yeah.
Start flying the nest. Yeah. It's interesting, as you get a little bit older and you realize all the things your folks did or still do. It's crazy how much they did.
Yeah.
Even just like hosting or like did throw parties they do parties all the time at like function halls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like my mom was probably my sister's age. We were like throwing her parents and Papa like 30th anniversary parties at like Anthony's or whatever. Yeah, like a big like blowout banger.
Yeah.
It's impressive, but yeah, keeping the family tight separate is super important. Do you think you got some of the nursing bug from Nani? Or
no.
Is that a force?
I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, she would always talk about like her nursing home stories, but I don't think it ever actually registered that it was like a nurse. Like Nani never actually. Yeah. I don't know. She was telling me about these stories, these ladies, or I don't even know. This lady's asking me about you today, and I'm like, then she's asking me where I got my gloves, and I'm like, Nani, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I would go visit them. I don't know. But I never, like, thought of her as, like, someone to be in a hospital. I don't know. Like, in a nice way. Like, I just never, I don't know.
Yeah. Because she was never really in the hospital.
No.
She's always been in geriatrics.
Yeah.
Was your age.
Yeah.
She, like, worked in the nursing home.
Yeah.
She said that was her calling. She said, and I asked her, I was like, is that? I'm like, maybe that's because she's like 80 next year, but she is sprightly.
Oh, God.
Is not
nope.
Old by any means.
She was riding her scooter when I was there the other day.
You got a bike.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it's because you've been taking care of older people your whole life.
Yeah.
That you kind of appreciate it more. Because she's 79 taking care of people who are 70. You know what I mean? So it's like, she's just chock full of that. So
yeah.
It's great to see that. How have the classes been for nursing? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier.
I thought anatomy was going to be a lot harder, but I think this is I'm like good at memorization, or I think bio is going to be a lot more hard next semester, but I hate science like that.
Yeah, I guess
organisms.
Not for you.
Well, I'm like, why do I need to know that? I'm never going to use that.
Yeah. It's like the Pythagorean theorem that just
Yeah.
It's rent free in my brain that I haven't used.
Yeah.
Well, good. Let's see. What else do we have down here? Anything? I haven't really looked at this. Future aspirations, future career, future life. How do you? People always ask me, "Oh, what's your 5-year goals, 10-year goals?" And they change so much that it's almost not even worth mentioning. But it's nice because you are young,
Mm-hmm.
and you can listen to this in 5 years and be like, "Whoa!" Like I completely shifted gears. That was
Yeah.
I lost interest in that when I was 19. You know, what? How do you envision your future in nursing or your future in general in the next 5 years or so?
Well, like, I don't even know how I started to want to be a nurse. Like, I've wanted to be a nurse for like a really long time, but I don't know where it came from. Like originally, I think one day I was just like, I'm gonna be a nurse. So, but like as a few years ago, whereas like me and Jacob spent more time in like hospitals and stuff, it's definitely made me want to help people more. I don't know. Because like I have the JIA, Jake has type 1, so we were in like the hospital setting a lot, and I would see the nurses or the doctors, and I would be like yeah, like that's what I want to do. But before that, I'm not really sure where it came from. But in the future, I'm not really sure what I want to do with nursing. I wanted to do something originally with like rheumatology, um, but now I'm thinking something maybe more like hands-on. Like that's with patients too, but that's more like taking a look, like diagnosing. Um, I don't know. Kind of just want to like finish school, maybe go back. I want to become a nurse practitioner eventually, so that's where I'm hoping to go.
Do you know in what yet? Or is
Mm-mm.
that's not even on the radar yet?
It's like different every week. I don't know.
Yeah. You take a psych class and you're like,
I'm in
yeah,
psych right now,
yeah.
so I couldn't do it.
Freud, rheumatoid arthritis, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? JAA?
Yeah,
And what does that stand for?
juvenile idiopathic arthritis. Because rheumatoid's more. Well, I might be more rheumatoid now, but when I got diagnosed, I was too young to have rheumatoid, so it's juvenile idiopathic arthritis. But it's the same thing.
Same thing, just once.
It's just not like I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, same like diagnosis and treatment and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you had your it's not injections. It's
infusions.
Infusions.
Yeah.
It's another I word.
It is an injection, but
yeah,
I'm getting infused with the injection.
Right.
Yeah.
And what are they throwing in you? I think we kind of.
It's called Inflectra.
Inflectra. Okay.
Yep.
Does it hurt?
No.
No.
Just fluid.
Just fluid.
Yeah.
Sit there
for an hour. It used to be 2 hours.
How often do you have to do that?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you come back from school to do that?
Yeah, like I'll do it now. Then I'll do it on Christmas break. Then I'll have to come home, in January.
And is that just in perpetuity?
Yeah, I'll just
for forever?
Yeah. Well, they say you can grow out of it, but they don't like want to take people off the medicine because then if it comes back, you have to restart again. So
for the time being.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Gotcha. And when did you get diagnosed with that? Sophomore year?
Well, it actually started when we were at your house for Thanksgiving.
Was it our fault?
No. And Nani was like, "Are you tired? Like, are you okay?" I was like, "No, Nani, I'm fine." My arm got like stuck in a 90-degree angle. My dad was like, "You're fine. It'll be gone in the morning."
Right.
6 a.m. Then I was in the ER. And then they thought it was like what did they call it? There was like fluid in my joint, so they just drained it. Okay, go home. 6 weeks, you'll be fine. And then almost exactly a year later, it happened in my other elbow. The same exact thing. They were like, "This is weird." They diagnosed it with a septic infection the second time. Or that might have been the first time. I don't know. But they had no idea what it was. And then I started getting a pain in the top of my foot. Like every time I stepped, I had to like use like the outside of my foot.
Yeah.
And then it went to my wrists. My wrists would swell, like get stuck, and which was really bad for softball. So I was on like prednisone and all other stuff. Probably not good for softball, but And then they did a bunch of tests, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have this." And my mom's like, "Yeah, I know. I've been telling you that for however long," and they just didn't. But I started on a medicine that I'm now allergic to. Gave me like rashes and stuff, pretty bad. And then I gave myself the shots for a while, and that didn't work. So now I'm on this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you been going for then? A few years?
Yeah. 3 maybe?
Wow.
I think. Yeah, maybe around there.
So how was the mix with having JAA, the infusions, and also performing at a high level in softball?
At first it was definitely like really scary because I never knew when my wrist was gonna do that. It doesn't do it anymore, so it's not as bad, but people see me taking my medicines, they're like, "What's that for?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." My joints.
Yeah.
But at first it was definitely like something I had to be careful of because I could feel when it was coming, but a lot of time I'd be like, "Whatever, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna keep pitching," and then it would get really bad, and it was like kind of it wasn't shouldn't be embarrassing, but I was more or less like, wow, like I have this and I don't want people to know, but now I don't care if people know. But yeah, because the medicines weren't working at first, so it would happen all the time, but now that they work, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a challenge. I mean, luckily you're tough, so you
Yeah.
push through it, But,
Yeah.
I mean,
And now I have the tattoo of it, and people are like, "What's that for?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I have to tell them now."
yeah, double.
Yeah.
Now you have the bump sticker.
Yeah.
that you have to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty visible spot too.
Yeah. And the whole family's got it, except for Jake.
Yeah, he'll get it when he turns 18.
He turns 18.
Yeah.
Whole squad.
Yeah.
Good.
Jake's gonna definitely turn into someone with a lot of tattoos.
Jake?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
He's gonna get covered?
I think he says he won't, but I think he's gonna get one, and he's gonna want one more.
I don't think like an iron flag.
Yeah, he will. A shamrock.
The shamrock.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your grandma had the Wally the Green Monster. That was a funny.
Yeah, she has that. My dad has it too.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
He has that, and he has the Red Sox symbol, like the socks.
On his calf.
And now he has this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he get his?
On the side of his leg.
Oh, so they're all on his leg. He's a big leg tattoo.
Yep, and he has one right here. It says Ryan.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Probably.
How have I not
It's
seen
a shamrock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some interesting tattoos in the family. My dad's got the Bacardi bat.
Papa's face.
Papa's face. Papa's big face, just like right here. Yeah. He's got like a freaking wolf coming out of his arm here. The one for the kids. My mom's got like, we all have interesting tattoos, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. How's balancing semi long distance? We'll say long distance, medium distance, right?
Yeah.
How far away is Nick from?
An hour.
Okay, so that's like a good amount.
Yeah.
It's hard to pop out and pop back in. Do
Yeah.
you ever go during the week, or is it like a weekend thing?
No, it's mostly the weekend. He'll come. I don't have a car, but he does. So he'll either come here, or I'll be like, "Mom, Dad, come to dinner Friday and drop me a car," and then I'll go there and I'll bring it back on Sunday. See them all in one weekend. It's not that bad though. I see him every weekend, so.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. That's how we see each other at home anyway, because he's a half hour away. So.
True.
And he's playing baseball, so it's the same schedule, kind of.
And where is he again?
Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce. I'm not gonna remember that.
It's in like Ringe, New Hampshire. Yeah.
Franklin Pierce.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And how's that been?
He likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he lives in an area where there's nothing around it, kind of. He lives in Bolton, so it's like farmland. So that's what his school's like, so he likes it.
Good. Have you been partying up there?
No, he's like me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're both just working hard, studying away. And
I don't know if he's studying, playing video games, but...
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard college behavior.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, good.
Yep.
Good. He's coming by here soon, right?
I'm going there.
You're going there.
Yeah. I'm going to be working, hopefully, at Winchester Hospital over the summer, but...
Nice. What's the deal with that?
I'll probably just, shadow. I'll be getting paid, but I'll probably shadow just like do simple stuff like when you first get taken into the room and they do like your blood pressure and stuff.
Should be like an MA almost.
Yeah.
Some I don't know what that really.
It's like
Georgia was an MA.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for that, but that's really it.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. So cool. All right. There it is. There's the episode, folks. Samantha. There she is.